think we could put it up there and it would look pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I found a wolf. Come here. I'm gonna name you Barnaby.
Barnacle?
Barnaby. Barnaby, okay. It's probably been a while since you last heard the name Stampy, and probably even more than that since you last watched a video on this channel. I know that's at least the case for me. Though I've recently come across a few other tribute videos to Stampy here on YouTube, where many others, like me, share their own stories about their appreciation of his videos, his legacy as a YouTuber, and how he also invented SMP content, I guess. And so I got to thinking, recollecting on the impact had on my life by this classic gaming YouTuber. And even if I'm no longer a regular viewer of the Stampy Longhead channel now, I very much was once back in the day, and his impact on me and this channel of my own is quite evident. So join me now as we go back in time to relive my experience with YouTube's one and only Mr. Stampy Cat.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. Another episode inside of Goatt.
Alright, that's enough out of you. What you just heard was the average start to one of my videos on this channel from over 9 years ago, and it's easy to tell that it's clearly inspired by one person.
Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video.
Stampy Longhead is now a fairly known YouTuber with over 10 million subscribers who, in 2012, started consistently uploading Minecraft content to his relatively small YouTube channel. And soon, with the rise of Minecraft's popularity over the next few years, Stampy's subscriber count surely grew with it. During this time, he would start several new unique Minecraft series consisting of build showcases, adventure maps, and various survival worlds. And by the early months of 2014, I found myself stumbling across some of these videos. At first I was only there because it was Minecraft content and I watched these city tours like I would anyone else's, but after exploring some more of the channel and seeing some of the other series of his, I quickly too became another one of the several million subscribers now on this channel. Stampy had now quickly become one of the few YouTubers of that time that I actually watched regularly, and every day after getting home from school, I'd look to watch whatever new video that had just come out. I couldn't explain at the time what it was that made me like Stampy's videos so much, and I doubt I even fully understand it now. One could easily say that it was just because I was like a stupid kid back then, looking to fill my days of frontal lobe development by watching bright colors and sounds on Mummy's cracked first-generation iPad, though perhaps it was something more than that I liked, hopefully something a bit more positive. And I now think this particular something is the storytelling, creativity, and simple happiness of one specific series that now has come to define Stampy's entire channel. Stampy's Lovely World was the perfect, purest, original series of Minecraft Let's Play content to grace this platform. Right, maybe I'm being a bit too much with that description, but these videos do somehow seem perfect. They were in a way excessively typical, and I think that's what made them so special. One take, improvised, and consistently released, a formula somehow too simple to properly be replicated. It's a very basic video style that just about everyone has done before, but few succeeded with as they would eventually move on to make other, more algorithm-friendly content. Though Stamp stuck with it throughout all these years, as it seemed to everyone that he was the only one to have the consistent creativity and charisma to make it successful. How else are you supposed to make such a simple, unplanned piece of gaming content appealing, if not for the basic charm of the series' nature and the host's personality? In all of Stampy's videos, he exuded positivity, and this was particularly true for the Lovely World series, complementing well to the whole vibe. And what made this consistent attitude so treasured by me was not because I was some troubled child looking for some escape from my real life by surrounding myself in overly happy content, but rather because it certainly did always feel nice to have a voice in your life that you always knew had a smile behind it. And perhaps an ugly laugh too. However, the main appeal for this series, I always found, was the idea of Stampy's Lovely World being entirely vanilla. It's only Stampy playing survival Minecraft, and aside from some clever editing and subtle scripting, it all really stands out as being the loveliest reflection of what one can make out of traditional Minecraft. While all the other Minecraft videos showing up on my 2014 YouTube recommended were overly saturated with rendered thumbnails, game-redefining mods, and a high-resolution face cam that made the gamer's sweat visible on whatever bloke was recording, Stampy's Lovely World videos were straight to the point, easily digestible, and, in essence, just fun. Just raw banter of a happy fellow playing the same Minecraft that we all play, and doing in the game what just about anyone can do for themselves, or even better in cases like redstone engineering. This series and its absence of an overall objective was a testament to how anything can be made possible and enjoyable, even in the most bare-bones version of the game. And with a lively personality such as Stampy at the helm of such a video concept, surely you can see what would make this style of series so particularly enjoyable to me and the many others now mourning the inevitable end of the series to come. Now that Stampy has recently announced the end to this decade-long series, it's a bit saddening to know that what was once a big part of my life will now officially come to a close, and many others with me also feel this way. But I mean, come on lads, before this end was announced, when was the last time you actually watched a Lovely World video? For me, it had been years, and the old days of me basically being obsessed over this YouTuber are long behind me. I've now moved on to more sophisticated content, like J-Schlep, and unintentionally over time moved away from instantly clicking on whatever new Stampy video came out that day, all until I eventually stopped clicking at all. And though Stamps had been at work all this time, still making this content for the next generation, the Lovely World series actually ended long ago for the rest of us. Part of growing up is leaving things behind, even the good things, and because Stampy kept the series up for so long, we never realized we had moved on until it had already happened, and we no longer needed it. The end of Stampy's Lovely World is individual to each of us, but at least, to make the video positive again, the effects of it on our lives are universal and timeless. I've watched some old videos of his recently, and I was delighted to see just how much I remembered of the old characters, events, routines, and even the episode numbers of the series. I saw these videos nearly half my life ago, but the memory of them was still present in the back corners of my mind. And knowing that their indirect influence is still there, it comforts me that this series is still at least a part of me and my history. I was also surprised to see just how long the series had been running, and how much had been done in it completely past my time on the channel. Parts of the world had vastly transformed, and the builds that I always thought of as new were sprinted past as Stampy made his way to the site of the next project far beyond whatever I considered familiar. These episodes, from the 300s to the 800s, from 2016 to present day, may have been ignored by me, but they served as a core part to the memories of millions of others that came after my distant, long-ago stay as an active viewer. And regardless of how much the Lovely World has transformed, the helpers come and gone, the dogs found and killed, the new stories made and old ones forgotten, the changed platforms and even the current use of ray tracing graphics, it comforts me to see that every episode still starts the same, in that blue carpeted room, accompanied with the welcoming voice of a joyous Brit. This, which had entertained and inspired me so long ago, was all still there, despite how long it's been and how much it's changed. It was now just there, for someone else. Since I'm known to be a little leech, any look into the deepest depths of the Majestic Goatt channel here will remind you of someone else's content, and the most common influence for these videos, and even the existence of the channel itself, can be found in Stampy Longhead. You've already seen the clips earlier, but that's really just the start. Many of my videos from when I started out were filled with this form of copying we call inspiration. I started and ended all my videos the same as his, same words, cadence, and all. I had a little minigame I would play before getting into the episode. I built a variety of similar things, like a bakery and a pirate ship, and even a town akin to that one from the Wonder Quest series. I had a little lab under one of the houses where I naturalized the world by simply just switching off screen to a different texture pack. I sailed on a boat and flew in a plane with my terribly unconvincing editing skills at the time, all in an effort to make stories with vanilla Minecraft in all the same ways I remembered Stampy doing. Even outside of YouTube, I was finding ways to copy Stampy, including the impressive several months I spent accurately recreating a significant portion of Stampy's Lovely World myself. I have an old video where I show off just about everything I perfectly replicated from this world, from the house to the shops, the rocket ship, and the SS Stumpy, all of this built by me, despite it not being mine. And all of everything else done simply because I was inspired by one person and wanted myself to be like him. A person whose content meant more to me than just entertainment. It wasn't just something you wanted to watch, but something you wanted to be a part of. And something you wanted to make for yourself so that it would hopefully mean something to others the way it meant so much to you. Alright, that's the end of the video essay section, or at least for now. Now it's time for how my videos usually go, which, like Stampy's, are just a normal Minecraft Let's Play video. Welcome to Goattville. It's been like almost a year since I last made a video here. A while ago, I had built something of a tribute to Dan Lags on the other side of the city, and since he was more of a building inspiration than a YouTube inspiration, I made his tribute in the form of a typical Minecraft city build. So now, in honor of this video, I've decided to build something of a tribute to Stampy. And for this tribute, I was thinking of doing something a bit more refined than the Dan Lags one, perhaps a bit more metaphorical while also being more literally tribute-like. And so I came up with this idea. It's a victory arch in the Central Park to commemorate Stampy's triumphs over Hit the Target and my heart. No, my first idea was to make something of a cenotaph for all of Stampy's deceased dogs to sort of tie in the Lovely World lore into this world. Kind of like a literal tribute to something specific from Stampy, while also being a metaphorical tribute to the storytelling from the world. I caught up on some recent episodes and found out that Stampy already did something just like this for a few of his dogs that passed away during some big battle in a recent episode, those being Corey, Flippy, and Benji. I still can't believe Benji's gone. So I made the meaning of this build a bit more broad, and now I think it's also a bit more original as well. It's a victory arch, akin to that one that's like in Paris or Bucharest or Pyongyang, but I've made this one in the style of Stampy's house from the Lovely World series, with the oak wood and the white chocolate sandstone being the main construction materials. The pillars of the arch are acting like the stilts holding up the Lovely World house above the water, and then this obelisk in the middle represents the music tower. On top of the tower I also put a cake. I don't know, I just thought it was fitting. Then at the bottom, surrounding the main body of the arch, is my best attempt at some kind of abstract mosaic depicting iconic landscapes and moments from the earlier parts of the Lovely World series. You can try your best to interpret everything that's going on here, but you probably wouldn't get it all unless you had me explain it to you. Out of everything, I'd say this side with the SS Stumpy is likely the most obvious part. See, it's even got the little SOS island off to the right side. Then if we go into the arch, is where the cenotaphs are. And if you don't know what a cenotaph is, it's like a memorial-like structure for something that's buried somewhere else. I could just use the word memorial, but cenotaph sounds more impressive. And so that's what these are meant to be, just a row of beacons with some glass going up to the top, and then the dog's corresponding collar color on the roof. And that's about it for the build. You can see for yourself some of the other subtle hints I've added throughout the build to the architecture of this place that enhance this as a tribute to Stampy. I don't know, that's about it. Most of the effort for this video is being put into the video essay section anyway, but I suppose that's what it's really all about. Stampy mostly inspired me to make videos in the first place, so this whole video and my entire channel is the real tribute that I'd say matters a little bit more. I started writing this script a few months ago, already realizing that the end of the Lovely World series would soon be approaching, and I probably wouldn't finish this video in time. My ultimate dream regarding this video was to eventually end up in the famous Stampy's Love Garden, among the long list of names that have received recognition throughout the Lovely World series for something they made or said, and honored by the big cat himself. And also to be immortalized on a Minecraft sign in those same lines of code that made up Stampy's Lovely World, to have your name in the same chunk loading distance as that corner of where Stampy started out every Lovely World video. It was such a dream to my old self, and the idea seemed surreal that it was even possible. The Love Garden was originally just meant to give shoutouts back in a time where YouTube only recommended trending and large audience channels. But it has now come to be more than just a random list of viewers, but rather a memorial to Stampy's impact on YouTube and beyond. And the wonder of it all, from countless others like me, to return the favor by doing something noteworthy enough to have your name and tribute read aloud, and to be made a part of the Lovely World series even just for a little segment at the start of each video. To be added to the Love Garden was too easy of a dream to have. And even though I've tried throughout all these years to make my own impact and to be my own Stampy, I knew that in the end, I would always want to have my name on one of those signs. But now the Lovely World series is over, and the chances of being added to the Love Garden are not really possible anymore. It's all grown up, just like me. I mean, I've got a Roth IRA and I don't even know what that means, but what I do know is that Stampy's influence on myself in the 8-year span of the Majestic Goatt channel is present either way. Love Garden or not, I'd say it was all worth it.